In Uncasville, it's the Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition event. The Boston College Eagles of the ACC have entered the building. They take on the reigning champions, the 12-time champs, the Connecticut Huskies, poised for a potential 7th repeat in school history. Two institutions that have not met in 20 years. We're excited to have you with us here on NBC Sports Boston. Brendan Glasheen, the champ, Ashley Battle. You know a thing or two about repeating. We'll get to the Huskies. Let's start with Boston College. Just 2 returning players, a lot of new faces on Chestnut Hill.
A lot of new faces, but they have excitement. They're an unselfish group, and they're looking to really see how the culture is going to be and see how they're going to be able to cultivate relationships throughout the season.
They want to play fast. They have a ton of wings, a bit undersized, but love the underdog mentality. As for the UConn Huskies, 12 championships now in stores. You've been there before as a 3-time champion, a three-peat. What's the key to just a repeat?
Absolutely, and it's the same. You have a huge target on your back. You're looking for the unexpected, what's going to happen. You have to be prepared. And the one thing I know for sure is that Coach Auriemma is going to have them ready.
In his 41st season, the Hall of Famer Gino Auriemma, the winningest coach in NCAA history, 24 Final Fours, 6 perfect seasons. He likes this group. He's excited about the challenge ahead of the 25-26 season. As for the Boston College Eagles, 8th year at BC, Joanna Burnaby McNamee. She's excited about this team as well, the 3rd longest tenured head coach in the ACC. With so many newcomers, she says each year feels like my first back in 2018. Nice crowd here at Mohegan Sun for this exhibition event. The Basketball Hall of Fame held this event last year for the UConn men against Rhode Island. And this year they said, let's play 2, a doubleheader. 2 o'clock start here for Boston College and Connecticut women. And then at 7 o'clock later tonight on NBC Sports Boston, the UConn men take on the Boston College Eagles on the men's side.
This is going to be our first look of the reigning champs. They also have a lot of new faces on this team, but there are a couple that's familiar with AZ Fudd leading the helm and Sarah Strong.
And away we go here at Mohegan. Ashlyn Shade will bring it up, and KK Arnold's going to get some run at the point this year in place of Paige Becker's now in the WNBA. AZ Fudd the touch pass. Strong works it back. Shade a 3. And it rolls off, crashing the glass, Boston College.
There's a lot of excitement. Everyone's going to stand traditionally. UConn fans don't sit until the first basket.
Swing it, and BC is on the board first. Kayla Rolfe, the senior from Great Falls, Virginia, transferred in from William and Mary after 3 years, but the Tribe led them to a CAA tournament title. Fudd off a healthy offseason, poised for a great grad year. Sarah Williams, the Wisconsin transfer, rolls it up and in.
That's a good look for Sarah, really trying to establish herself in the post. She should have the advantage as BC is short in the front court.
The 6'4" big moved to Toronto from Brooklyn back in 2018. Arnold to steal, kick it out, Shade. 2 good looks from 3 for Ashlyn Shade, the junior from Noblesville, Indiana. Coming off Big East 6th Woman of the Year honors in the championship run.
I went to UConn practice the other day, and this is the one thing that we saw at practice was them trying to play at a different pace, a different higher tempo.
Sharp shooting once again by Rolfe, who was 34% last season, hit 53 threes in her 94 career games at William & Mary.
Ralph said, I'm not afraid of the big bad wolf. Let's go in here and get a bucket.
1 of 6 transfers. That was pretty. Along the baseline, Sarah Strong. Wow.
She's so good. And if you thought she was good last year, wait till you see her this year.
Here's Tomlinson. We talked to Coach Mack before the game, and she said she's got a big heart for a small size at 5'4". Guarded by Shade. Lead inside. UConn the double team and a jump ball. Eagles last year went 16 and 18, just 6 and 12 in the ACC.
See Sarah try to get the tap out, but then that leaves wide open for 3. And then Sarah said, whatever you could do, I could do better. With a little fadeaway, one leg up.
We saw plenty of that as the National Freshman of the Year. AP second team All-American Sarah Strong, and there's Sarah Williams, the two Sarahs. That is going to be
twin Sarahs,
an
let's
insane front line.
Spelled differently. You can almost differentiate it, Sarah and Sarah.
S-E-R-A for Sarah Williams formerly of Wisconsin. And the Huskies worked on their trap defense and swarming the perimeter in shoot-around this morning. They come up with the stop. Eagles 2 3-pointers made in the first 2 minutes, lead it by 2 in this exhibition matchup. First meeting between these two schools in 20 years. Have to go back to 2005.
Dang! I think I was on that team.
Sarah Strong working on the post and runs it home.
Sarah, you can just see how comfortable she is in the post.
Strong coming off a freshman campaign. She scored 657 points. Just the second Husky after Maya Moore to score 600 plus as a rookie.
That's who she modeled her game after. Not a bad person to model your game after.
Not at all. Hall of Famer, Maya Moore. Nice lob again. Strong's up to 6. Hey, she's only a sophomore, by the way. Plenty of time and stores left for Sarah Strong.
I mean, she's so good. It's unbelievable, just the discipline that she has and how she's able to read the floor so well as a sophomore.
Rolfe has had the hot hand for BC, all 6 points. 23 in the maroon jersey. High post. Amira Anderson back to Rolfe. Crashing the glass. Sarah Williams, but a steal. Athena Tomlinson. Stuck in traffic, nowhere to go. And Shade the theft. Blocking foul committed by Boston College. Superb energy here at Mohegan Sun Arena.
You know, all year, whether it's been NBA games and college games, they have been really intense and really active. And this has been a great start for an exhibition game. I think it's a really great way for BC to see how they measure up against the national champs, knowing that they're going to face stiff competition all year throughout the ACC.
There's no other, maybe not a better way to just get thrown into the fire for Coach Matt.
Just go in there and see how it's going to be. Test the water out. This may be your starting lineup today, but it might not be tomorrow.
Coach Matt, she learned the hard way when she coached at UAlbany prior to her time at the Conti Forum. Fun on the cut. She joked and said we drew UConn in the NCAA tournament in 2017, and she thought there was no way we were going to get UConn because of how successful we were compared to other mid-majors. So she's got a little bone to pick with Gino, but she respects him dearly.
Absolutely. And she said it out loud, too. Said it to the players. Like, there's no way.
Erin Haupt, redshirt senior from Danville, Illinois, coughs it up. Push pass by Strong, knocked out of bounds by BC. And it's Connecticut basketball. 4+ minutes gone by in this exhibition matchup put on by the Basketball Hall of Fame. Huskies 12-time champions, the 6-time men's champions. Play later tonight. Fudd, midi, and the foul!
That's one thing that AZ Fudd does really well, is just getting to her spot, raising up and shooting over everyone. She has probably one of the purest jump shots ever.
That mid-range looks familiar. We saw that quite a bit in the run last year by Paige Beckers.
Absolutely. Paige and AZ, 1-2 punch right there.
AZ graduated in May 2024 with a bachelor's degree in communication, currently pursuing a Master of Business Administration degree. Most outstanding player in last year's run. Had to deal with some injuries along the way. This is the most healthy she's been since her freshman campaign in stores. Assuming more of a leadership role, becoming more vocal, something she did from the bench. Now she wants to lead by example more so. Foul committed on the three-point shooter in the pocket. Boston College will get free throws. It's Jocelyn Greer, the freshman from Charlotte, who will go to the line. Foul is on Sarah Williams. Changes for Coach Auriemma. Blanca Quinones will check in, the freshman from Ecuador, the first Connecticut player from Ecuador and South America.
I'm really interested to see how she's going to play. Super long and athletic, can probably play inside and out, and a great addition to the team.
She competed most recently in Magnolia Basket in Italy's Serie A1 league. UConn run ends at 11-0 thanks to the free throw by Jocelyn Greer. Coach Mack is excited to have her on campus so soon. She was supposed to be a commit for next year's class, but decided to come a year early. 13-7. Huskies in front. Open shooter, it's Heckel. Crashing the glass, Fudd knocked away, outlet pass, Greer on the run out, and runs out of real estate.
BC coming back in the man right now. Was in the zone a little bit in the possession before, but picking up a man.
AZ Fudd has 5 first quarter points. Strong fires. She is human. This is for the first time today.
I kind of don't think she is human. Every machine has a malfunction every once in a while.
We will step aside from Mohegan Sun Arena, the Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition event. Huskies in front of the Eagles, 13-7.
Welcome back inside Mohegan Sun. The Huskies up 6 here in the first against the BC Eagles. You know, you guys talked about it, Brendan and Ash, talking about UConn on their quest to repeat and all those championships that they have already won. Well, head coach Gino Auriemma talked about the almost danger that comes with the year behind it, the year coming up. He says sometimes when you go into the next season, a lot of the team, they try to sprint to the NCAA tournament because they already know what it's like to get there, so they don't necessarily hone in on these regular season games. And that's why even a game like this, an early exhibition game, matters. He calls this a dress rehearsal, getting to see and get a feel for some of these new gals out here on the court, seeing what leaders get to emerge themselves, because captains aren't being named right now, but that could change, as head coach Gino Auriemma mentioned. He says the goal is not trying to race through the season, make every regular season game count, and make sure that we really set this foundation early on so we do set ourselves up for success later down the road.
Okay, Kayla, thank you very much. And so far, so good for Coach Auriemma. His team 6 for 10 from the floor. They've generated some good looks from 3, but to Kayla's point, yes, 5 newcomers with 2 transfers, 3 freshmen, but of the players returning, Ash, roles have changed. So it almost feels like you are a new player based on how your role changes.
Right, and at UConn, it's really like the people who are there, they kind of set the tone, they set the pace, and then they become the leaders of the team. So you're going to look for the AZ Fudds and Sarah Strong, even as a sophomore, becoming a leader of this team, Ashley Shea. And what you're going to see is just them being more vocal, being more animated, and being more of the people that's going to get everybody going.
Early story in this game, 6 turnovers committed by Boston College, and UConn has made them pay with 9 points off of them. Not sure what we have going on here. There's some stoppage behind the basket. Our officiating crew today, led by Brenda Pantoja, Mark Resch, and Linda Miles.
Coach doesn't know what's happening either. He's like, what's going on? What's going on?
Hey,
let's get this thing going.
Exhibition games, Coach, not just for you, but for all involved.
You better get
Shake
it right.
off the cobwebs before they do the real thing in 3 weeks. UConn officially opens 3 weeks from tomorrow against Southern Connecticut. Quinones, the drive, flips it, missed it strong. Heads up board by Jocelyn Greer. A couple of 3-pointers by Kayla Rolfe in this one to put the Eagles on the board. Kaya Henderson, the Ohio State transfer, 11 in maroon, has the dribble handoff back. 4.5 to go in this first quarter. And a steal by the Huskies. Chase it down. Kaylee Heckel. This lay, the follow goes for Ali Zabel.
That's a great defensive play. Just getting everybody right back into the play and getting a fast break.
15-7, Connecticut in front. Henderson. Shot clock down to 10. Tiani McDaniel, another transfer for Boston College, plows in there and drew contact. The grad student from Georgetown College in Kentucky. Boston College, her 4th stop going to the line.
And this is a great take, getting into the paint and creating contact and getting to the line.
So more free throws for the Eagles. Ice Brady committed the foul on the UConn side.
This is a really interesting lineup for UConn. You have 3 really tall players in the front court, and Sarah could potentially play the 3 in this lineup.
What's the key offensively? We'll watch it with bigs in terms of the spacing.
Well, right now, you just want to have a lot of spacing because they're going to go back in the zone on a made basket. So just be prepared. Get into the high post area so you're able to flash and maybe get a potential high-low. Maybe get a ball coming to us.
And 3 players, like to your point, 3 players on the floor, at least 6'2". Sarah Strong, 6'2". Ice Brady, 6'3", and Blanca Quinones at 6'2".
This is probably one of the biggest lineups I've seen UConn have in a long time, since Stewie, Samuelson, and Collier was in the lineup.
Wow.
They were tall, and these ladies are pretty tall.
Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition event, doubleheader here on NBC Sports Boston at 7 p.m. Eastern tonight. The men's teams will duel UConn and Boston College. Open triple, the 3rd for BC. Jocelyn Greer rips the courts.
This BC team, if this is how they're going to play throughout the regular season, they have a lot to work with because they're feisty, competitive, and just getting after it.
And Sarah Strong with the answer.
She's so calm and so patient. Just no one ever seems to really get in her space to bother her.
Strong last year led the Huskies in field goal percentage, 59%, shot 39% from downtown. She is 4 of 5 in this first quarter, 9 points. The sophomore excelling in year 2. Greer, step through and a foul. Ali Zabel.
Just BC, just being aggressive, taking the shots when you have them. Jocelyn Greer just nailing it, and Sarah coming right back at him and nailing a 3 from the corner.
Not too shabby, Sarah Strong. Looks to be in mid-season form.
I don't ever think she gets out of form. She's always in mid-season form.
So you're gloating about Sarah Strong, and there's been a ton of great players that have made their way through stores. What about Sarah, to you specifically, jumps off the stat sheet that excites you as an alum?
Well, for one, I've never seen a player not get rattled being at the Final Four. The Final Four is just one of those places where you play. If you've never been there before, you're excited and kind of your emotions can get the best of you. Sarah was the calmest person I've ever seen play in the Final Four game.
Could not put it back in on the offensive rebound. Tomlinson shifty into a free throw line chase. Swish. The sophomore from Fresno, California. And Tomlinson, sneak attack, missed the lay. And rebounded by UConn. KK Arnold speeds up the floor.
This Tomlinson is very feisty and aggressive, getting steals.
Leads to a post touch and a finish by Ice Brady.
And that's how you have to attack the zone, is getting into the high post and looking for the high-low.
Full court pressure by Gino Auriemma's club. KK Arnold expected to take over as a primary ball handler. A pest defensively. Strong thought about the pass, does it herself. 11 points for Sarah Strong.
She's just so good at that tap out without fouling and creating opportunities for transition buckets.
1:20 left in this opening quarter. UConn 22, Boston College 16. No hesitation to fire, and a block by Strong. Tomlinson slips it in there. Rolfe couldn't bank it. And UConn comes up with the stop. KK Arnold on the rack attack, deflected by Rolfe. Zabel, mid-range. And over the back foul committed by the BC Eagles.
You can see Sarah with the tap out, taps it right to Ice Brady, and just simple getting it in for an easy bucket.
Sarah Strong has been everywhere in this first quarter. 2 steals with the 11 points. There's the BC turnover problem. Last season, Boston College committed the 4th most turnovers per game in the ACC, just shy of 17. Coach Mack realizes there will be some growing pains with 11 new players, just 2 returners.
But again, Coach Mack is going to set a great culture, being the longest tenured coach in the ACC. And really, you know, she's bringing like-minded players together and setting the tempo, setting the way that she wants to play. And she knows that this is going to be ups and downs throughout the course of the season, but it's very, very important for them to stay together.
She acknowledged we are undersized in the front court, but have exciting young pieces in the backcourt. And we've already seen that with Tomlinson and her speed, Greer as a shot maker.
And Anderson hasn't even gotten into the play yet.
Did Anderson get tickets to the game?
I mean, but she's coming though. That's funny.
You got that, right?
I did get
Okay.
that. I mean, there's not very many jokes that you can pull that I'm not gonna get.
There's the coaching record for Coach Mack, 14 years overall as a head coach. Just the 3rd Boston College head coach to reach 100+ wins, which adds perspective that it's difficult to get the job done in a very crowded ACC, 18 schools. Boston College made that transition 2 decades ago from the Big East. Anderson took a few dribbles, double team, and UConn's defense could lead to more offense. Fought at the other end to Sarah Williams. Finger point to reward the nice dish.
Absolutely, and that's great defense. Anderson, just really young, hasn't played against a team like UConn yet. And just really needs to be patient, trying to get that ball inside.
Ellie Carmody draws the foul. UConn did have 1 to give with 8.4 left in the first. Eleanor Trout, 6'3" freshman, to get it in for the Eagles. Amira Anderson, a player Coach Mack is very excited about. Anderson gets it back, heaves it. Carmody just a bit too late. UConn used an 11-0 run early in the quarter and closes the first strong, thanks to Sarah Strong. An insane first quarter, 11 points, couple of steals, and tightly contested finishes, even a 3-pointer. Huskies by 10. BC by 10, 26-16 at the end of 1. Brendan Glasheen with the former 3-time champion at UConn, Ashley Battle. Caleb Burton on the sidelines. It still excites you when you hear 3-time champion.
It does, absolutely. You missed Defensive Player of the Year too. Just throw that out there.
Yeah, you space out the accolades,
Just saying.
okay? We've got a full 3 quarters to go.
I'm just saying.
You are not a humble bragger. McGee came pedaling in and drew the foul. Ava McGee, one of the 2 returners for Boston College. Last year, though, she did not play due to injury. So the only player that saw the floor for Boston College in 24-25 was Athena Tomlinson. McGee in the act of shooting from Washington, D.C.
And you could see Tomlinson's, how she's being a leader on the court and really trying to be Coach Mack out there and direct everybody where they need to be, where they need to go, and the pace. She just sets the tempo of which BC like to play at.
Lead on-court story for UConn. 8 steals in this ball game so far, and Sarah Strong has scored or assisted on 17 of the Huskies' 26 points. Fudd at the controls. Strong outlet to Fudd. 2-player game, like we saw last March. On the swing, pretty good look. Sarah Williams clogs the paint, and last one to touch it, Boston College ball.
Right, and that'd be good for Sarah to just, Sarah Williams that is, to catch it and just go straight back up with it, don't bring it down. But again, the Huskies want to play at a faster pace, pressing off of dead balls, and setting the tempo. I mean, I don't really think they've done this since I've played there, like press like this.
Why do you think the change? Why do you think Gino, is it the personnel? He thinks this group fits that identity?
Yes,
to play that way?
And they have a lot of bodies. So they may have...
This is, wow, tenacious effort by UConn here.
They may have up to 10 players that they can play on any given night. So that's going to be, you're going to be able to rotate players in and out quickly and to keep people fresh.
There are the 25-26 Huskies. Arnold, Strong, Fudd out there. Williams as well. Fudd in and out. Williams climbs the ladder, and a late whistle. So Sarah Williams, the Wisconsin transfer, former Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year, is going to head to the free throw line. I think what's interesting, Williams put up great numbers at Wisconsin in her 3-year career, 16 points a game, 9 rebounds. How does she learn now, though? She's not going to get as many touches playing with other great players at UConn.
Right, absolutely. And it's going to be an adjustment period for her, a slight learning curve. But she can impact in so many different ways. You know, you said that she was the Defensive Player of the Year. So make her mark, protect the paint, also clean up the boards, which you've seen she's been doing here and getting putbacks. And they're going to call her number. And when they do, she needs to be ready and able to score.
UConn by 11. Ludicrous speed by Tomlinson to start the break, and Greer puts it home. Rather, pardon me, that's McGee who puts it in. Same pink sneakers for both of them. Fudd on the skip. Paint touch, Sarah Williams on cue.
Again, like Sarah has the height advantage inside, so whenever she gets the ball, it's a way for her to really be dominant down there.
McGee motors, but plucked out of bounds by Fudd. 10 turnovers for Boston College. In this one, 9 UConn steals. Still BC ball on this trip. Coach Mack engaged with the sideline. Realizes this is not, no continuity this year, just 2 returning players. One did not play in McGee all of last season. There's excitement, though, and McGee's shot is rejected. Ashlyn Shade up the other end. Fudd. Williams. Straight up defense by Boston College.
That's a great defense by Boston College. I think Williams should really, she has that left side, just go straight up as Tomlin banks it in.
Tomlinson banking 3 on the pull-up.
Said it's not a holiday. Banks open.
Strong dashes in. She knew exactly what she wanted to do before the ball got to her lap.
You could venture to say that that was a foul too. Them holding her arm.
13 for Sarah Strong. McGee bully ball, feed it. Not going to go there for Kira Edmonds. KK Arnold, kick it, Fudd. Easy Fudd with 5 in this exhibition event. Tomlinson, jump pass in the paint. Carmody banks it home. Boston College is hanging around. 32-22, our score here at Mohegan Sun Arena.
And they're doing that by pushing tempo, getting the ball into the middle of the court, and really putting pressure on UConn's defense.
So pure by Sarah Strong. That jump shot, very smooth.
You know where she got that from?
You or her mom?
Her mom,
oh,
for sure. Definitely not me.
Shades of Tina Charles. KK Arnold. And the foul. Timeout, Boston College. And a 12-point lead for the reigning champions. Everybody getting a piece of the pie thanks to the defensive effort. We'll be right back to Mohegan Sun.
This season, not only her winning Freshman of the Year, but moving into this season, what does it look like for her?
Well, I think it's, as you see it, they are a lot of pressure, a lot of just being a leader on the court. I think picking up from where they left off last year, it's a completely different season, and you know, I think that will hopefully lend to a little bit of success building for this year.
Gino was talking about it's very uncharacteristic for most freshmen to not only do what your daughter did, but already seeing her in this next step in her sophomore year, the command that she has, the maturity that she has. Is that something that you're seeing her taking that next leap in terms of an overall leader?
I think that she's really focused on improving, being a better player. She has great supporting cast around her, with her to be on this journey. I think that's why you come to UConn, so that you can be one amongst many wonderful players, and in AZ and KK and all of them really, and especially the transfers, they have a great group of women who hopefully will compete for another title. I think that's the goal.
I know you were traveling with her in this offseason. What was that like for you?
It was great. Great chance to get some downtime for her. We were able to get back to Spain, where she was born, and then take a quick trip to the Virgin Islands. And, she did a national team stint, which was great. So, it was a good summer overall.
Congratulations to both of you guys. And if you guys didn't know this, Allison was pregnant with Sarah in her belly when you were out there playing on the professional basketball court. So if she can do that as a pregnant mama, you can only imagine the upside that your daughter has in store.
I hope that means a little something for her in the future. Hope she gets back to the W court. I know that's one of her goals.
I believe that just might happen, considering she got Freshman Player of the Year. Allison, thank you so much for your time. Congrats to your daughter, and good luck to you guys this season.
Thank you. Thank you so much. It'll be fun.
Guys, back to you.
All right, Kayla, great stuff. Allison Feaster played in the WNBA from 1998 to 2008. Harvard standout. And she had Sarah, as Kayla had brought up, in Spain. And then years later, Allison Feaster got desperate and called Ashley Battle to come babysit Sarah.
Yes, because that's exactly what happened. I used to babysit Sarah Strong in Spain. Allison and I played together in Lyon. And we had a great time, and whenever she and her husband at the time, Danny, wanted to have a date night, and yours truly was called babysitter extraordinaire, Ashley Battle.
You're a great friend, and I mean that.
Look at you.
Congratulations to Sarah Strong and her family off a great campaign, but she wants greatness. Tiani McDaniel for 2 and the foul. Boston College is hanging around in this first half, midway point. Playing fast, up and down style, despite being undersized in this one.
Again, first things first, you got to stop the ball. And she just goes in. Tioni goes in and takes it and gets the and one.
McDaniel from Las Vegas cashes in at the free throw line. It's 39-27. UConn defensively with 10 steals in this first half. And talk about efficiency, 52% shooting. They led the nation last year in field goal percentage. 16 buckets, 14 assists. High percentage looks. Key Nunez with the kick and intercepted. McDaniel on the break.
And that's just being young from Quinones and just not knowing, where to be at yet and how to get the passes there. The pace is probably a little bit different, a little bit faster.
Heckle is trapped. A little heckling by Boston College. It's a jump ball.
I see what you did there.
And after the tie-up, we need the floor to be wiped. Great effort. Everyone being put to work today here at Mohegan Sun for this Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition. Great to have you with us here on NBC Sports Boston. Coverage tonight. Men's programs go to battle. UConn and Boston College at 7 Eastern. Tomlinson, the shiftiness on display. Kick it out. McDaniel knocks down a three.
McDaniel's filling it. Getting to the line, getting at ones, hitting threes. And Tomlinson is just doing a really great job of getting 2 feet in the paint.
Now, Boston College has made 5 threes. They averaged 6.5 last year. Easy 2 on the other end for Heckle. The USC transfer went to Southern California as a top 15 player in the nation. Her favorite player growing up, Sue Bird. She grew up in Greenwich, Connecticut. She made her way from the West Coast to the East Coast. Fisher, the outlet, swing it. Paint touch. Patterson. Got the defense in the air. The foul after the pass. Oh, it's a 3-second call.
Tomlinson just doing a really great job getting into the paint, and that just leaves a wide open shot for McDaniels. And then the pass, the vision from the freshman. Nice, easy reverse layup for Heckle. That's a pretty cool last name.
Heckle?
Yeah, like you could play with that as a fan.
A lot to work with. 4-time New York State All-State selection. Heckle played her high school ball at Long Island Lutheran. Nicknamed K9. Hence the jersey number 9. Fudd, the box out.
I see it.
Here she is with the rock. Extra. UConn shooting north of 50%, but just 2 of 12 from 3 in this first half. Huskies last year made 8.5 threes a game.
And they're getting the looks that they want to get from 3. Mainly uncontested shots. They just have to knock them down.
Tough shot there by Amira Anderson, ripped down by Ayanna Patterson. Seeing the court for the first time in 2 full seasons. Breakaway attempt. Quinones cannot knock it down. Boston College the other way, in rhythm 3. Grabbed by Fisher. 3v3. Pull up.
I was talking to Coach about Blanca, and he said that she had a lot of Svetlana Abrosimova in her. Never saw a shot she didn't like.
Here comes Caroline Ducharme. Redshirt senior gets a nice ovation in for AZ Fudd. Ducharme, 5th year with the Huskies. She has looked forward to this. She's dealt with some injuries in her career, but is poised for a breakout campaign to really make her mark on the court. Has been part of the fabric, getting the team engaged from a locker room standpoint, but wants to make her presence felt on the court. Communicating in the back end defensively. After UConn came up empty on that trip.
Absolutely, this is a really great opportunity for her. I know her family's here, and she's had a lot of injuries, concussions, and just to be able to come back out on the floor again is very terrific for her.
Heckle, Fisher, Ducharme, Quinones, and El Alfi on the floor for the Huskies. The freshman from Ecuador, Quinones, with the finish. 43-30. UConn in front. Boston College has hit 5 3-pointers. Oh, board. Anderson, but swiped by Ducharme. Pushing the ball. Fisher. Oh. Ducharme with the skit. May have passed up a look. Take it now. And after some late hustle, Boston College players shaken up on the baseline.
Looks like Tomlinson.
What an energizer on the floor. And Tomlinson is going to head to the locker room with Boston College training staff. Not quite. She'll take a seat. It's such an exciting watch for you at home.
Absolutely. I hope it's not too serious. She really is the lightning behind this Boston College team.
The only player on this year's roster who saw the court last season, has injected life for these new Eagles under Coach Mack. Final 90 seconds, under 90 seconds in this first half. UConn 43, Boston College 30. Greer and McGee in the backcourt. Trout 33 in maroon. And it's Anderson and Henderson on the floor for Boston College. Up fake, Anderson slide to the left. Box out by Quinones. Heckel takes matters into her own hands. Ducharme. Crowd wanted that one. Quinones. Foul over the back. We discussed with Coach Mack the other day in our pregame call that UConn has the size advantage, so fouls starting to add up in the paint.
Absolutely. This is another tall lineup in for UConn, and you have to just get a body and try to box out as much as you can in order to try to get some rebounds.
2 for 1 potentially here for UConn. Sarah Strong played a bulk of this first half, played the entire first quarter and first few minutes of the second quarter, 15 points. Sarah Williams, the Wisconsin transfer, with 10 points. So the two bigs, the two Sarahs, with 25 of the team's 43.
Twin Sarahs. I'm trying to make it stick.
We gotta workshop.
We gotta work on that.
That's what it's for, though.
It's preseason for everybody.
Really. We're here to document the action, but why not do both? Officials get everyone situated as UConn tries to run out of this stack set. Ducharme out of reach, and the Huskies turn it over for an 8th time. Boston College 13 turnovers in this first 20 minutes.
Well, I know that's one thing Coach is going to harp on at halftime is just really the turnovers. Valuing the ball, the turnovers, and taking it possession at a time, and also probably transition defense. That's been one thing that when you're in the press, you know, you don't want, if you're pressing, you don't want the offensive team to get the ball in the middle of the court, and Boston College has been able to do that.
Greer to trigger, to McDaniel. Hits the brakes, up to Trout. Nowhere to go for McGee. They worked on this in shoot-around this morning, the rotations defensively. The minute someone makes a decision on the offensive end, we have to dictate that tempo defensively, and that's what UConn just did there.
And Greer has to do a better job knowing that you have 3 people guarding you and getting the ball out quickly and effectively.
Game clock at 28 seconds, shot clock at 18 seconds. Here in this exhibition event, Boston College and UConn meeting for the first time in 20 years in a game setting. McDaniel drops it off, 3-ball. Chased down by Ducharme. Shot clock is off. UConn can hold for the final shot. Heckel pulls up. Chased down by McGee, 2 seconds. Deflection by UConn once again, side out. .8. UConn's duo inside, the newly formed duo, sophomore Sarah Strong and the senior transfer Sarah Williams, combined for 25 of the team's 43 points. UConn has a 13-point lead in this Basketball Hall of Fame exhibition at the end of the first 20 minutes.
It is just great execution by BC today, attacking the press and getting it and scoring.
Kayla Burton is standing by with Coach Oriema.
Coach, your first real look at your girls out here on the court, first exhibition game. How would you assess your squad so far?
It all depends what kind of combinations we got out there. You know, we're trying to get as many people on the court as possible. So we knew going in, there's going to be times when it looks really good, you know, considering. And then other times, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. But we're getting good shots. We're just not making any shots at all. And, you know, so things that you would expect this time, you know, this time of the year, a couple dump fouls. But we're getting great shots. And, you know, if we can keep doing that, then we'll be fine.
How do you like the pace of your play?
Well, we want to play quickly. You know, we want to play fast. I think sometimes there's been some quick shots that maybe we didn't need to take. But I want to play like this. I want to play like this a little bit smarter and a little bit more under control. But I think this is the pace that we want to play at.
Thanks for your time.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
All right, Kayla, good stuff with the Hall of Famer. Gino Oriema's team took 42 field goals in that first half of action, up and down style. The sophomore Strong with 15 points to lead the way. UConn by 13 at halftime. This Basketball Hall of the highlights to demonstrate how we got here. UConn wreaking havoc on the defensive end. They had double-digit steals, 11 in the first 20 minutes.
And they just did a really great job of showing how they want to play this year, creating havoc and really just getting in the passing lanes, being aggressive, knowing that you can take risks and someone's going to have your back.
As for Boston College, some sharp shooting in the first couple of minutes by Kayla Rolfe, the William & Mary transfer. Could have allowed them to hang in this game.
And this is definitely what's keeping them hanging around. Is just that three-point ball. They're 5-14.
Just got done talking to BC head coach, Coach Mack, who says, look, we're doing everything in our possible nature to try to keep up with these guys, but defensively, we need to find ways to help out more weak side. When UConn wants to attack the paint, they want to start to bring that help and collapse, forcing high hands and forcing them to make that extra pass to kick them out. One more pass so you can see them maybe miss some shots outside in the three-point range. But just trying to load up the box, specifically inside the paint, is going to be key. Coach Mack also hinting at, look, we're just doing our best. We're competing with the national championship team. It's not going to be easy. She likes the shot selection. She says the goal for this team and her team is just to keep letting those shots fly, because that may be the best case scenario for them to get past UConn here today. As for Tomlinson, a little update there. It looked like she hurt her thumb, but she was smiling coming out of the locker room. Seems to be okay. She may be a little limited come this second half because coach really wants to make sure she's saved for the season. But all in all, you can really see these guys, BC, the Eagles, coming out with such a fight. There's a lot of noise. They're ready to play the second half.
Okay, Kayla, thanks. It might take the entire coaching staff and the entire team personnel to get Tomlinson to come off the floor, because she's so shifty and speedy, but plays with so much energy and effort. I don't think she wants to come out of this game the way she played those first 20 minutes. And the Eagles did hit 5 threes to UConn's 2, and that's what's kept them in this basketball game.
And Tomlinson definitely doesn't want to come out of the game. She is the energizer bunny that gets BC going. It looks like she's not going to be starting this second half, but hopefully we will see her returning into the game.
She'd be my first pick in a game of capture the flag.
Oh my goodness. It's like between her and Indiana Fever she tore her ACL.
Ari McDonald.
Yes, like they're just two of the fastest people with the ball.
But they play with so much heart.
So much heart.
For a small person.
You just want them to be on your team.
UConn fans rise to their feet per tradition to start the half. Pass intended for Fudd. It's fumbled at the line. Still plenty of time for the Huskies.
But there's a lineup change with the Huskies too. Kaylee Heckle starting the second half over Ashlyn Shade.
Shade, 2 years ago, Big East Freshman of the Year, was awarded Big East 6th Woman of the Year in the championship run this past season. Heckle, the USC transfer, a true sophomore. Pass to Strong, bank is open. So smooth, 17 for Sarah Strong.
And no KK Arnold to start the second half either. You have Blanca Quinones in.
Tinkering this time of year.
Tinkering, got to figure it out. You may not start with the lineup you're going to finish with, but this is all a test run for everybody.
You said this, really, I think for both coaches. Coach Mack, third longest tenured head coach at Boston College, in the ACC that is, in her 8th year. Gino, year 41, he's been doing this a long time, as many of you know. They have a lot of depth. I think both teams have demonstrated their depth, and you said this particularly about UConn. They have the luxury of maneuvering the puzzle pieces.
They do. They have the ability to play 10 if need be. And I don't know when he's had that luxury in a long time. It's been a long time since he's had that luxury. And the one thing that you're going to see different lineups, and this is one that they want to see how well they work as AZ knocks in three.
That's a 3 for AZ Fudd. Led the Huskies a year ago, shot 44% from 3, drilled 79 of them. The Final Four most outstanding player, feeling healthy and at her best on the court. Nowhere to go in the paint for Anderson, clogged. UConn big, standing tall. Anderson rotates up top and hits. 6th Boston College 3.
As Anderson finally gets one to go down, nobody around her, didn't have to force it, knocked it in.
Skip pass by Fudd. Heckle extra strong. And the foul whistled from up top. We're going the other way. It's against Connecticut. Once again, though, good ball movement by the Huskies. Boston College capitalized on their open look from 3, and pretty good looking set after a skip pass by Fudd.
Right, and they're getting the looks, just like Coach Oriema said at the half. They're getting the looks that they want. They just have to knock them down.
3/4 court. Good sign. Athena Tomlinson back in there. 2 minutes into the 3rd quarter. This is an exhibition event. 3 weeks from now, the games count for real.
Tomlinson's built like Mighty Mouse. Do you remember that cartoon? Like, she's so strong and just so tiny. Like, her legs are built like a running back.
McGee travels a sense of urgency with the shot clock dwindling to 3 seconds. So another Boston College turnover, now up to 14 in the game. Point guard duties now for Kaylee Heckle, mostly off the ball in the first half. Directs traffic. Guarded by McDaniel. Skip pass, Fudd, make it rain! AZ is back!
Yes, sir. That was just such great ball movement and rotation. A lot of touch passes to get AZ Fudd an open look in the corner.
AZ Fudd had 5 in the first half. She now has 6 in the first 3 minutes of the second half. McDaniel, the spray. Anderson left it short, chased down by Heckle. Off to the races. Heckle, a little bully ball. And we're going the other way. How about this sequence?
UConn doing a great job of just getting the ball out and touch passes to AZ Fudd, knowing where she's going to be in the corner, wide open for a 3. I knew she wasn't going to not make 3s for a long time. It was coming.
Hey, mom, Allison Feaster brought up how her daughter has aspirations to be in the league. That had a look of Aaliyah Boston, the touch passes she makes
For sure.
as a post presence.
For
I know she
sure.
played at the bad place, South Carolina,
I mean,
for
it's
you
not,
Husky fans.
I mean, we like Dawn. I like Dawn. South Carolina runs a great program. I am a UConn loyalist, though. There's no denying that.
Nice look for Greer. And by the way, really tough news for South Carolina that Chloe Kitts is going to miss the season due to injury. We wish her the best in her recovery. Here's McGee from inside the line. That's a factor, though. That's a big development.
factor.
South Carolina right up there at the top. Fought again! Corner pocket is hers!
But that was such a great screen, back screen from Sarah. Getting Fudd open in the corner.
Biggest lead of the game. UConn by 19. An 11-5 spurt in the first 3.5 minutes. Shot clock down to 8. Long trip for the Huskies. Here's Fudd. Heckle into Strong. And pushed by McGee.
Again, what was so great about this play is you see the back screen from Sarah Strong, and it just leaves Fudd wide open. They're going to play zone, so you have to look at these opportunities to set back screens, to get into the high post area, and to take advantage and create a 2-on-1 opportunity against the zone.
Easy Fudd with all 3 of her 3-pointers consecutively. Strong dribble drive. Quinones. Work it in the post, rolls off the iron. Second chance opportunity, Williams makes her presence felt. Hard to miss her at 6'4". Earns a trip to the line.
She is a tall one out there. Really can establish position, getting offensive rebounds and putbacks.
Williams, a solid free throw shooter last year at 78%, one of 5 new additions, 2 transfers. Sharing the floor with Heckle at the early point of this second half. And the 3 freshmen. And ascending roles for other juniors on this UConn roster under Coach Auriemma. I was curious when Kayla interviewed him prior to heading to the locker room if he would be. I thought he was actually in pretty good spirits.
He was really in good spirits.
Move.
I mean, and that's saying a lot. He's Papagino now, right? But I mean, I think he's taking it and knowing that there's still a lot of work that needs to be done, and this is a learning experience for UConn right now to see where they stand as well, because they want to be the best team in the country throughout the year.
Superb pass. Break up there by the Huskies. Fudd pushes ahead to Strong, and she's like, come on.
She's like, is that for me? Who's that too?
All right, Azzi said my bad. She'll take the hit on that one. Besides the block shot, Boston College executes to perfection on the press break.
They've done a really great job of handling UConn's pressure.
I would agree.
I don't know if that was something that they prepared for, but they are, I mean, they have really quick guards, so they're able to just really blow by people with the dribble.
This is technically a neutral site game, but a lot of UConn fans here. Boston College just 3-10 on the road last year. They are rising up, and there's a rise up for 3 by Tiani McDaniel. Another triple for Boston College, now 7 in the game.
And she's kind of single-handedly keeping Boston College in the game with her 3-point shooting.
This program was just 6-12 in the ACC a year ago, 12th out of 18 teams, and just 2 returning players, and this BC team is gelling, not backing down, but UConn has owned this quarter thanks to Azzi Fudd giving it another go in search of back-to-back. 55-38, Huskies in front of the...
A 4-time consecutive champ with this very Huskies team. So Morgan, for starters, congratulations on your success. What's it like seeing this group out there?
It's really cool, especially when it's the first kind of game of the season. I know it's not official yet, exhibition, but it's really cool to see, obviously, the young ones and see how they develop, but also some of the transfers, right? To see them out here in a UConn uniform, it's always special your first game, so I feel lucky that I get to watch it.
You know what it takes to win, not just one, not two, but 4 straight NCAA championship titles. What advice would you give to some of these girls, all of these girls who are trying to go back to back?
Yeah, I think the biggest piece of advice is just buy into the system, right? I think what UConn has, there's a reason it's been so successful for decades and decades. So I think buying into the system and just enjoying the moment. Don't think about what's been done in the past, but just focus in the moment and they'll be pretty good.
How impressed are you with both AZ and Sarah Strong?
They're insane. Like, just to get to see them, and obviously AZ with the journey that she's had, and Sarah being so young still, like, they're so good, but I can't wait to see them when we get to our tournament time.
It must be nice being able to see your former team in your backyard while also being the general manager of the Connecticut Sun. How is it balancing both being a GM, but also getting to enjoy the ride with your Huskies?
Yeah, I think it's awesome that I get to be a GM in Connecticut for that reason too, right? I get to go to the games, I get to go to practices and kind of see them up close, and it always keeps it, you know, Connecticut's special, right? So I'm glad that I get to enjoy that specialness of our state and the fact that they love women's basketball, and when I come to UConn games, it makes me think about why I came to UConn in the first place, so it's really cool that I get to kind of see both sides.
Real quick, Gino was all smiley when I did an interview with him. Look, it's an exhibition game, it's early. Does that smile turn into more seriousness and, you know, the realness comes out later on?
Yeah, I'm sure the smile went away when he went in the locker room today, so I'm sure that's going to be short-lived for sure. But he is nicer now, so maybe you get a little bit more smiles.
Noted. Ash, Papa Gino. Morgan, thanks for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
Papa Gino is definitely nicer now. Morgan has told no lies.
And AZ Fudd drills yet another three-pointer. She's 4 for 4 from deep in the quarter.
Morgan tells no lies.
And she's up to 12 of the team's 15 points in this third quarter.
Again, they ran an elevator play. She missed that same shot earlier in the game, but was able to connect as she gets a steal right now.
Someone else wants a turn. Shade, give it up. AZ Fudd in August assisted Steph Curry at his SC30 select camp. He beat Steph and Seth in a three-point contest. AZ Fudd.
I'm not surprised.
Showing out the campers.
I'm not surprised. I mean, AZ has just the perfect form, the perfect shot. And I guarantee you, if Steph said, if you want to learn how to shoot a shot, like, you would probably want to model her shot versus trying to model his shot.
Yeah, the form is beautiful. Arnold, AZ again. Yes! 5 three-pointers for AZ Fudd in this quarter.
She woke up after the half, that's for sure. Welcome back, AZ Fudd.
20-piece for Fudd. Picking up where she left off as Final Four most outstanding player. Helps Arnold on the double team. Under 3 to go in this quarter. Greer, mid-range jumper. By the way, great to see Morgan Tuck getting out of the office to watch some basketball, and kind of like what you'll be doing later for the men's game. She can do some scouting and maybe find some future pro prospects.
I am on double duty here today.
And it's also not a maybe for Morgan. There are definitely some pro prospects in this game today.
For sure, there's multiple pro prospects here today. And some that's probably on the bench as well that's not even playing that much.
Gino had 3 players from last year's team head to the WNBA draft, including #1 overall pick, Rookie of the Year, Paige Beckers. There's a Paige jersey. Gino. UConn leads it 61-40. And a steal. Blanca Quinones, the freshman.
Great job of Blanca just getting into the pass lanes. She's long and athletic, can handle the rock, and you're going to see a lot of her this year.
4 points for Blanca. First UConn women's basketball player from Ecuador and South America. McGee with the response. Buries it.
And that's keeping them in the game. It's a three-point shot.
No kidding. 8 of them now.
8 of them. If they're going to continue to come back, they're going to want to hit some more of those.
Good for Ava McGee. Did not play all of last year. And you go back 2 years ago, played in just 9 games. Health has not been on her side. Loose balls, they're diving for him. Oh no, and an injury to
KK.
KK Arnold is down on the deck. There's a bit of an awkward pause there for UConn in that sequence, and KK is back to her feet. She takes on a big role this year as a ball handler and returns to Coach Oriema's program as one of their best defenders. They will need her to make another run.
Right, and the next step for KK is just being consistent on the offensive end. That's making the right reads, hitting open shots, and just really playing with pace, but knowing when to slow down and knowing when to go, that stop and go action. And that, I think that will really make the difference in her game.
Allie Zabel, the sophomore from Wisconsin, checks in. 2-time Wisconsin Gatorade Player of the Year. Arnold to the punt. Fudd handles the rock. Pass was deflected. Quinones tried to stick with it, but a theft by Greer. BC breaks the timeline. Anderson lets it fly. Fouled, shooting the 3. Let's see who they punish on the UConn end.
Sarah Strong.
Sarah. There's some guilt in her body language.
Yeah, she knew she got her.
We know Gino's high on body language.
Anderson does a really great job getting to her spot, and Sarah tries not to hit her, but got her anyways.
Strong and Quinones out. Sarah Williams, Ice Brady now form the front court duo for UConn. Amira Anderson at the free throw line, freshman from Stafford, Virginia. We talked to Coach Mack on the phone ahead of this game, and my goodness, her smile was beaming through the Zoom camera about how excited she is about Amira Anderson and what she can do to impact her program.
Right, she just talked about how much energy she brings and how much she's just going to influence this team just with her way and just how she is on the court and how much joy she brings to the game.
She balances the confidence and the cockiness perfectly, walks that fine line.
Walks the fine line. I know a few people that does that.
That's you, for sure. I knew you were going with that one. Fudd has drilled 5 threes in the quarter. Extra pass. Someone else gets a turn now. It's Ashlyn Shade.
And Ashlyn, she struggled a little bit earlier in this game, so it's good to see her knock one in.
Shade has 2 3-pointers, and didn't we say, or didn't we hypothesize that UConn liked its looks in the first half? You'd think some are bound to go down in the second half. They've hit 6 threes in half number 2, 5 of them by Fudd. Quick response by the Eagles. Little high-low, Williams gets the final touch.
Williams did a great job that entire possession, posting up, pushing up the lane, and finally getting on a high-low.
Daniel at the point. Shot clock is off for Boston College. Anderson looks to squeeze by, and a reach in by Zabel. That puts UConn over the limit. So Zabel heads to the line.
And they're going to have games where it's like that because they're just being uber aggressive in the traps and trying to get in the passing lane, trying to get tips. And sometimes you're just not going to get them. And there's going to be actions where you foul.
Pardon me, Zabel committed the foul, so Daniel is at the line. Boston College as a team, 10 of 14 at the line. McDaniel, one of 11 newcomers, one of 6 transfers to join the Boston College program. Despite a lopsided score, they trailed by just 13 at halftime. They have battled in this game. Their guard play has been exceptional, playing a fast brand of basketball. Can UConn respond? Williams, the up fake, drives to the basket for 2. As the buzzer sounds. Sarah Williams, welcome to Connecticut.
Hello. Sarah Williams just really taking the time and just finding where she's going to be at and how she's going to play with this new system, with the up fake, and just driving it strong left-handed with the finish.